say, oh, you know what? Every time I apply to a job on Indeed, I get a rejection. Current personal information. Y'all don't have these outdated phone numbers, these email addresses that you don't hardly check. Like, have current information where people can get in contact with you. That's huge. Nobody wants to be applying for forever when you can be growing your skills and getting more money. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Hey HR. So welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to tell you guys how to get interviews within 30 days. So many times, we get so frustrated because we're applying to all of these different jobs. We're not getting nothing but rejection letters, and if we're not getting rejection letters, then we're constantly getting any updates or anything like that. Sometimes we get a lot of canned emails that'll say your application is now being processed or being reviewed, and you're waiting for months and months and nothing ever happens. There are even times when you may get a screening from a recruiter or someone at the company, and then they don't come back with any updates after that. But at the end of the day, you still haven't gotten a formal interview. So you're frustrated because you're constantly going through this process where you're constantly feeling rejected. You're feeling like you're not good enough. You're feeling like someone else is better. You're feeling like you're ready to get over your current job. You feel like you're ready to start your career. You're just in multiple different feelings at a time. I totally get it. I have been there many times in my career. And that's why I can tell you guys how to get interviews in 30 days. Not only can I tell you because I've been there, but I am an HR professional who's worked in HR for quite some time. I go through these applications. I know what's happening behind the scenes. So I'm here to tell you guys how to make sure that you get interviews within 30 days of applying. So you guys know me. Y'all know I already have my notes, and I always make sure to have my notes because I want to make sure I don't miss nothing. So the very first thing that you need to do is, if you already went through this process of constantly applying and not getting an interview, then what you first have to do is take a break. Take a break. Do some self-care. Live in the moment with your family and your friends and not think about it. I know it may seem crucial because Tamika, I need a job now, and I need to get out of here now. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if your mind isn't refreshed, you're not going to make your process better because you're just scrambling, doing the same exact thing. Obviously, if you have not gotten an interview in 30 days, there's something different that you need to do. So you want to take a break, practice some self-care. Remember that when you practice this self-care, it definitely adds adrenaline. Like after you've already been refreshed, you've been on a vacation, or you take a good bath, or you read a book, or you go out with some friends, most times your adrenaline is recharged because now you haven't put all this energy into finding a job. It keeps you focused on your strategy. So I want to tell you guys some of the things that I use to help me kind of get in my Zen moment when I've been applying like crazy. And this has helped me for years, and some of these tips will definitely help me now. I want to share with you that one thing that I always make sure to do is that I start by putting in routines, like a morning routine or an evening routine. For that morning routine, I'm always getting my breakfast, I'm always watching the news, I'm always taking my dog out, I'm always opening all the blinds so that the light can come in, I'm always kind of checking what I need to do for the whole day. I get just that good gist of what I need to do from staying in that morning routine. Definitely getting my coffee, eating some breakfast. Okay, so once I already did that morning routine, when I'm stressed out from either work, looking for a job, being overwhelmed with my job, what have you, I make sure to do a PM routine. So one big thing that I've been working on is just taking care of my hair better. And it was a frustrating process for me too, similar to looking for a job, because my hair just wasn't reacting well. So I went to braids a lot, and then I damaged my hair, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this with my hair, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just keep it on braids because maybe it'll do something on its own. Well, I got introduced to these products, IRV. These are just they're my holy grail. First thing I love is that this is a whipped oil, like a hair grease. It is called Bald Head Magic. So I absolutely love this. This is my favorite product from the IRV line. I normally will grease my scalp with this maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And I also will make sure to do my scalp massages with it. When I'm taking my braids out, I just want a good refresh look for my braids. Or even if I'm wearing a wig and I want it to look a little lighter. Or right after I wash my hair, I always use the Mango Mint Hydrating Spray. And then last but not least, when I'm not using the whipped cream, then I use the Herbal Growth Oil. There's also the Extreme Herbal Growth Oil. I use this one like the opposite nights that I don't use this. I'll use the Extreme like right after I wash my hair. And I have seen such a difference. So not only have I seen a difference with that, I've noticed that whenever I go and I take my braids out for the night, and maybe I already took my shower, I already got really comfortable, you know, so now I go in and I just give myself a good scalp massage. Like, that stimulates not only does it stimulate the blood cells and help the blood flow, but it relaxes me. It gets me to stop thinking about what's going on for the day. I kind of get into this mode where I'm like, okay, it's bedtime now. And at the end of the day, I'm being really healthy with my hair. So y'all, these products are amazing. It's helped me during my most stressful times because it left one last thing that I didn't have to worry about, which is my hair. So if you guys want to tap in and use some IRV, then I have a code for you. It's HeyHR. You'll get 20% off of any IRV products, the bundle boxes, whatever. And I'm going to tell you guys that I've been using it for a while because this is the old container for the oils, and this is the new one. So if you guys follow me on IG, then you see when I do my unboxings, I get so excited about it because I've been using IRV for at least the last 6 months, and it's definitely helped. When I wash my hair, then I normally will go and use a derma roll to just kind of make sure it gets into my pores. And when I'm traveling, I make sure to take my travel sizes. So I just love IRV. I think it's amazing. I don't think they always have the travel size, so you definitely want to sign up for their email so you can get it. But this is like maybe my third container that I've went through. So you can see this one's almost gone. This one's definitely brand new. It smells so good. I put on my silk cap and I'm good for the night. Now, another thing that I make sure to do, guys, before we move on to how you guys can get these interviews in 30 days, is that after I take a shower, a bath, and if it's been a really stressful time, like maybe I already got rejections, maybe I already went through some interviews and gotten a rejection, maybe I already got rejected from the jobs I really, really want, and now I'm like losing my mind, I'm losing my cool. So one thing that I'll do is I'll take a bath. When I get out of my bath, I let my body completely dry. So I'll go ahead and do my scalp massages, do my hair treatment, brush my teeth, wash my face, all of that stuff. And then last but not least, as soon as I get in my relaxed clothes, my hair's all tied up, I make sure to put on Sytiva's Body Souffle. I just love it. First of all, look at the container, guys. Like, I absolutely love the container, and the smell on this sucker is amazing. Like, it leaves not only me smelling good, but it leaves my bed smelling good. My daughter's like, Mama, what's that you got on? And it really doesn't take much. So as you guys can see, I have it on now, and that was the reason why I wore some spaghetti straps, you know, so that you guys can see. Like, I'll put it all on my body, my neck, my arms, and you can just see that my skin is like glowing. You can see like in the light right there. I just love it. I keep it on for hours. I can go to bed with it, wake up the next day and still not even need any. I can put it on to go out for the night and I don't have to reapply it at all. It just keeps me nice and soft, nice and moisturized. I believe that it's infused with not only hemp oil, but aloe vera and jojoba oil. All great stuff. If you guys want to get 15% off, use Tamika15 with Sytiva so you can get 15% off. This is amazing. She's coming out with a body scrub, but this is just awesome. This is high quality stuff. And let me be clear, I'm so excited that both of these products are Black-owned businesses. So I always try to support Black-owned businesses, and I love when they provide great products so I can keep supporting them. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you take a minute to just absorb you, because these jobs should not make you stressed. Getting rejection should not make you think less of yourself, and you have to beat imposter syndrome, and how you beat it is by taking care of yourself. All right, so now let's go to tip number 2. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you create a job strategy. When people are searching for jobs, they don't realize that that job search should be strategized. You should have more than one resume, 2 to 3 resumes if you can. You guys just saw that I had Corey Jones, who is a talent acquisition specialist at Google. He's worked for big companies like Accenture and Deloitte. He said the exact same thing. Don't use one resume. Make sure that for each job description, you're definitely going and you're taking those words and you're putting them into your job description. Also, you want to use applicant tracking friendly words that's going to optimize your resume so that these applicant tracking systems can pick up your resume. So how you want to do that is you want to look at some transferable skills type of words. Talk about your strategies that you've done. Talk about the technology you've used. Talk about the different stats that you've accrued over time, and make sure that you show not just what I'm doing on an everyday basis, but how I've progressed this company to another level because I worked in this position. You want to keep track of your jobs that you apply to. Don't just apply and be like, yeah, I already applied to 5 jobs a day, and then you be like, well, where'd you apply to? So I think I applied to Target, Walmart. No, you gotta know. Listen, I'm gonna pull up my sheet. If you write it down on a notebook, if you put it on an Excel sheet, whatever, keep track of the date that you applied to this job, what the company was. Is it remote or not, if that's a factor for you? Did it show you what that salary range was? What was the first rejection that you got? Was it a phone call? Did you get a phone call before you got rejected? Was that rejection an email? Where did you find this job? So you want to keep track of this, because over time this is going to tell you if you're like keeping track of where you found a job, if it's Indeed, their website, LinkedIn, whatever, then you automatically can say, oh, you know what? Every time I apply to a job on Indeed, I get a rejection. I need to do something different. Maybe I should go to the company's website and apply, and not Indeed. That's a strategy, guys. You guys want to make sure that you're strategizing how your search is going within 30 days. Give it like a week on each strategy until you find that strategy that's getting you those interviews. So you can always research these companies, use hashtags to find out about their culture, take a look at their company website, take a look at their LinkedIn pages, look at them on Glassdoor. What are they saying on PayScale about these companies? You guys want to do some research. Google these companies. See what comes up in Google so that you can know if this is the match for you. Because maybe through strategizing, looking for the company that fits for you, not only do you get a quicker response, but perhaps you can see if this is a culture that you want to develop your skills into, grow your career, and flourish with this company. All right, y'all, we on to tip number 3, and tip number 3 is absolutely the most important. The biggest thing you want to make sure that you do is you have a formatted, targeted, ATS-friendly resume. Yeah, and you want more than one of those. Yeah. You definitely want to make sure that you've grabbed those applicant tracking words, and you can get those again from the job description. You want to make sure that you have it formatted well. Shouldn't be any white space in there. Make sure you plug all of that white space with nothing but words of what you've done. If it's skills, if it's soft skills, if it's hard skills, if it's technology, if it's maybe different processes that you've used depending on the job that you're applying to, make sure that you load that page. When I say make sure that it's targeted, you want to make sure that you have a header that has exactly the job title you're aiming for, even if you've never done the job before. Because now you're building the story for yourself. Every time you guys see me do the resume reviews, don't I say, your resume is a story that you're building for yourself, because you're telling the story before you can tell your own story, right? Your resume is telling the story for you. So you want to make sure that your story starts with, I'm a human resources professional, I'm an engineer, I'm an attorney, whatever it may be that you want to be. I'm an administrative assistant. Make sure that after you already put your name, you already put your contact information, you have a banner there or just the words. Now, if you guys already have my Leveling Up Your Career ebook, then you already know the rest of the stuff that I'm going to say, but I'll read it off to you as a reiteration. If you don't have the Level Up Your Career ebook, then you definitely want to go to HR.com and grab it, because it goes through so many details. Make sure to keep your sections simple, because you want at least the job history, your current information, your current personal information. Y'all don't have these outdated phone numbers, these email addresses that you don't hardly check. Like, have current information where people can get in contact with you. That's huge, because people don't keep it updated, and then you can't get a hold of them. You're like, this probably could be a good fit. Anyhow, make sure you list your educations. Definitely you want to list your skills. If you guys haven't seen me talk about this before, then you must not be following me on IG. So definitely follow me at Hey HR on IG, because I have tons of different posts that can help guide you with this too. And so Leveling Up Your Career ebook is not the only resource that you can use. You can also use my Ultimate Resume Guide. I have resume templates as well that gives you a lot of applicant tracking friendly words. So you want to go ahead, grab that ASAP so you can start getting these interviews within 30 days. Now, the very, very last tip that I think is so crucial is that you need to build your network. If you're building it with the neighbor, your church friend, your yoga partner, you know, someone you see on a regular when you go out for a jog or a walk, Like, get to know people, because you'll be surprised what their full-time career is and how much they like you on a personal basis, that your name may get called in rooms where you aren't located. And that's the whole gist of it. Get on social media, use Facebook groups, use LinkedIn, follow the different career coaches on IG, join it on their IG lives. They tell about a lot of tips, and not only that, sometimes they have guests on that's hiring folks. Jump on it and just build that network. Of all of the jobs I've had, I believe I've had 3 or 4 that I've gotten through networking, or where I've trumped somebody because they're like, no, but we know Tamika. We know she can perform. It's so, so important. I feel horrible for you introverts, because I don't know how else to help you to do this except saying do it online where you're not really seeing someone. But it's super important to build your network. It's not the only way to get a job, but it's definitely a helpful way to make sure you start getting interviews within 30 days and that you get a job with offer within 90 days. The whole point of this thing is to get a job offer and to get it quick. Nobody wants to be applying for forever when you can be growing your skills and getting more money. So guys, just know that for the IRV products, the code again is HeyHR. You get 20% off. And for Sytiva's products, the code is Tamika15. You get 15% off. I have the links to both of those products in the description box. Make sure to do a little self-care. Keep yourself right. Make sure you got all of your stuff together, because at the end of the day, what you really want to do is make sure to knock out these interviews, knock out these job offers, be able to choose which one you want. Y'all, these tips are on it. I wish I had more to tell you, but it's just this simple. At the end of the day, y'all know I always appreciate every single time y'all watch this video. I can't wait to see y'all in the next one.